Quick editor's note from me, Red the editor. I forgot to turn off my AC for the first 5 minutes of this recording, but I did turn it off eventually, so just bear with me until then. Okay, back to the episode. Hello, guys.
Okay, I didn't clap at all.
You can clap now. Woo! Hello, welcome everybody to Control S.
We're so good at this.
Week 2. We are the most professional podcast. Welcome to Control S Week 2, everybody. How you doing? How you doing?
Do you think pipe bombs would genuinely go for $15?
15? Probably. They're not made out of very expensive materials. Holy shit, not this again! Jesus Christ!
Bro, it wasn't even grounded.
Yeah, it wasn't even me. I didn't even say
Oh
okay, that's enough. I won't do it again. I'm sorry.
That's whatever. Anyway, how was...
Actually, I did get a screenshot of Red's debit card while I was there. So I do want to read that out real quick.
That's the one I canceled. I had to cancel my debit card twice this year. So even if you have a picture of either my debit cards, both of them are canceled. Okay, he's gone, I guess.
No, sorry, I'm back.
Oh, damn.
I had to just I put the dog down. From my chair.
Damn.
From my chair.
Take out the dog, Jimmy.
Yes.
For a walk, Jimmy.
Anyway, did anything interesting happen to any of you guys this week? Did anything particularly cool happen?
Well,
Wait, Super Mario.
There's two big inspirations.
No. There's only one. Super Mario. Screw the Owl House. I love Super Mario.
Super Mario was poggers.
Wait, Crown, did you actually watch it?
No.
Okay. We're gonna have to give a spoiler-free review. But yeah,
Crown,
Go ahead.
I was gonna ask what parts can be spoiled, but
I don't know. Super Mario movie is interesting because I don't think it's a very hard movie to not spoil. To be honest, I think we can just talk about it pretty freely. The only thing that I feel like would be spoiled.
I feel like the trailers have spoiled.
Hey.
It's a very simple, very predictable kind of plot as well. So I don't feel like you're really going to be thrown for a loop. The only thing that I would say refrain from talking about are specific scenes or specific stuff that happened
maybe the finale.
Yeah, I think that's most of the joy that came from the Mario movie was being a Mario fan or being a video game fan and being able to pick out all of the references.
I don't know. I will say Bowser's penis was very disappointing.
Oh my god.
That's true. That's so true. But yeah,
not a single frame.
He was naked the whole time too. They had prime opportunity. But yeah, two crazy things came out this week. There was Mario and of course Owl House. So let's get into Mario. I think that's what was the most anticipated part of the week, even for me. Even though I love the Owl House, the Mario movie just had so much intrigue to it. So, what did you guys think of the Mario movie?
I thought
I liked the movie.
Hey, comic. Wasn't Zimp just talking?
I think comic spoke first.
Oh, sorry, my bad, comic. Continue.
I finished my statement.
I didn't even hear what it was.
I didn't even hear that, dude.
I like the Mario movie.
Oh my god.
Okay, well that was kind of boring. You had me hyped up for nothing.
You just claimed the
enjoyed
talking
the Super
stick
Mario
to deliver the most lukewarm review ever.
Okay, visually, Super Mario movie, probably my favorite movie, period. I don't think it's better than Zootopia or Ron's Gone Wrong, in my opinion. I like both of those movies way more, but Mario movie, I would definitely watch it again.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Beautiful. I love everything about it.
It is probably genuinely some of my favorite animation ever, just in recent time. I think for a lot of people it isn't going to hit the mark, and that is painfully reflected within the critic and audience reviews, because I don't think Because while it is visually gorgeous, the actual narrative leaves quite a bit to be desired. And I feel like that's where a bunch of the negative critic reviews come from, is because those people, as cinema enthusiasts, are looking for a very different thing as to what the Mario movie is. But for me personally, somebody who is a big video game fan and somebody who is an animation fan, an even bigger animation fan, it was just incredible. I think the choreography is some of the most creative choreography I've seen in a very long time.
Okay,
It has the potential to be such a memorable movie, and I am so glad that it does. Obviously, critics, I don't think they're gonna give two shits, but
Yeah. Also, I just turned
Something
off
I'm
my
gonna-
AC. I realized my AC was on this entire time.
I'm sincerely sorry, but I really need to bring these two images into light that I just realized.
do I know?
Oh my god. What are these?
What?
So
Mario's 42?
for all those audio listeners out there, Crown just did some investigative journalism. He Googled the ages of Princess Peach and Mario respectively. Peach is 18 and Mario is 42.
That's okay.
I mean, take that how you will.
42.
Wait, is it like
He's so old.
this? Hang on, this can't be right.
I think it's
Princess
like
Peach from...
I feel
No,
like
it's right.
I don't know if Mario wasn't Mario like invented 42 years ago. Is that what they're working off of? Because I think if you Google like Garfield's age, Garfield is also like 35.
I don't.
Hold
What?
up, I'm gonna do that. Hold up, Garfield age. Garfield is. How old is Garfield? He's also 42. That's crazy.
Just like
That's crazy.
good for Garfield.
Oh wait, no, 44. More.
An average cat's lifespan is like 17 years. What the heck?
That's crazy. So there's some disturbing.
It's
Story
probably because of
numbers.
Chris Pratt. It's probably because of Chris Pratt.
Yeah, they
Chris
wanted
Pratt.
to connect those characters in some way.
Dude, I really. Chris Pratt is just like voicing every like cartoon icon at this point. Good for him.
Honestly, good job, Chris Pratt. We stand Chris Pratt. I can't wait to see him as Garfield. I think he'll do better as Garfield than Mario. And seeing as he did pretty decently as Mario, that's another thing.
Wait, what?
What?
What's happening with Garfield?
Garfield's getting voiced by Chris Pratt in
Yeah,
the next Garfield
For
movie.
what?
Yeah.
What?
This was
Yeah.
announced a while ago. Since,
Oh,
so, like,
shoot.
yeah, there's another Garfield movie coming out, and Chris Pratt is voicing.
Can I have some info? Is it like animated? Is it
It's
Yeah,
animated.
it's animated.
by who?
I don't- Actually,
Someone.
I don't know. Actually, hold on.
I don't think it's like a big studio, is it?
If they got Chris Pratt, I would assume
At least not like a major studio.
It gotta be a big studio if they got Mr. Pratt.
that's true. Hold up, Garfield movie.
I'm excited for it to be a
Chris Pratt.
Disney movie. I'm gonna be so sad.
Garfield movie is coming out in 2024. It is distributed by Sony.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay, that's
Okay.
interesting.
Ooh.
I surely can't wait.
It is alleged
How-
to release on May 24th of 2024.
Aw, dude, we all gotta predict the plot. Who wants to predict the plot for the Garfield movie?
I think Garfield's gonna die.
I think Garfield's gonna be like, John, give me lasagna. And then John is going to be like, no, Garfield, you cannot have lasagna.
I think
And
Garfield.
then Odie is going to be like, hey guys, I feel like the civil disobedience between us has been getting worse recently. I feel like we should be working to attend to each other's needs like a true family.
Lasagna boss.
And then Arlene is gonna be like, "What are your guys' opinions on the socio-political climate in America right now?"
I forgot Arlene was a character.
How could you do it? How could you forget Arlene, dog? What about like?
And then
That
what
Odie was
about
a character.
Nermal?
I just
Nermal would say a slur.
No,
I
Lyman
forgot
was
that-
Isler.
I forgot the white dude's name again. What was his name? Wasn't it like Dave?
John.
John.
Okay.
Dude, we just outed the fake Garfield fan here. Fake fan.
I'm not a Garfield
Fake
fan.
Dude, you
I never said
literally
I
have
was.
you have
I just like the
you
cat. He's cool.
you literally have the orange cat ears on. You know Garfield.
Hey.
Hey, that's true. You can't argue with the facts.
You are
Whoa.
literally dressed up in your Garfield costume. You know Garfield.
Hey!
That's so true. I met Zenth in real life last June, and he was in a full-on
No, you didn't.
Garfield cosplay.
I said it. I said it last podcast, and I'm gonna say it again. I still think I have terrible character design choices. Why did I do this to myself?
I will say, I did meet... You know, here's the funny thing. Red completely jump scared me. I went to his apartment a few months ago, and he was just in full femboy attire.
That is
I wasn't
actually a true
expecting it.
fact.
I remember
That is
that.
not a lie.
I didn't expect it.
I remember that.
That was awesome.
It was so
I remember
silly.
we were in a call, like, waiting for you to arrive there, and we were like, right, you should get in the femboy outfit.
And then I
Is that
did.
what happened?
Yeah, we
Oh my...
conspired it in a call right before you got here.
Oh my gosh.
It was so
Dude,
surreal.
I went to Red's, and then he just groomed me.
0 days since the last grooming allegation.
0 days.
Actually, it is 0
is 0
currently,
days.
Isn't it?
We should
I don't
not
know- I
get
don't know
into
if
the
we
middle
should-
of that.
I don't know if we should
Yeah,
bring
we
that
should
up
not
on the
get into
podcast.
that.
For all you audio listeners out
Anyway,
there,
shall we
nothing
go?
is
Shall
happening.
we move on to what this podcast is actually
Yeah.
about?
Okay. That. I think this is a good place to end off our silly banter section. How?
Our silly banter.
What's this podcast about again?
I think it was about our goals or something. So does anybody have their goals at the ready? I have them up on my monitor at the moment. If you didn't happen to remember them.
Oh, my
Okay.
goal is definitely to dissect the entire Mario movie frame by frame to try to find the hottest Bowser shots.
100%. Okay, so Crown, your goals were actually... I think you said that you were mainly going to be busy for the majority of the last week. So
I was. I had a busy week, so I didn't want to like pressure myself to like do anything like specific. So I just didn't like write a list last week.
That's fair. I did take note of what you mentioned, though, and that was to find 1 or 2 more voice actors for Remember Afton, and then...
Oh yeah,
just general
I
mod
did
stuff.
do that.
Hell yeah. That's sick. And then just
I
more
did.
mod stuff as well, which I think Illumio was working on.
Yeah, Illumio actually got like a ton of progress on that stuff today. I would show things, but you know me.
Yeah, I can just go into the prod server and download all the stuff anyway.
Hey.
Anyway, keep the screen right now for all... I'm just kidding, I'm not doing that.
Peep the screen right now for Red's old debit card information.
You can't do shit with that.
Peep the screen right now also for where Red puts his passport.
I moved it since last time.
Have you?
No.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
It's because it's the only place I remember where I need it pretty soon. I'm going to Mexico next month, dog. I need to know
Why
where
are
that
you
is.
going to Mexico?
Because my parents invited me. When I was actually in New York visiting Michael Langley, shout out Langley, by the way, my parents texted me and they're like, hey, do you have any availability to just go to Mexico for a week, like next month? And I was like, I guess I do, yeah. And now I have no vacation days left for the rest of the year.
And you're only 4 months in.
Yeah, that's going great. How about you, Comic? Do you have your goals at the ready, or do I need to reference?
I do have my goals at the ready. This week I just almost completely ignored my goals list and just did other stuff instead, which I feel like is going to be the trend with me, where I'm still being productive somewhat, but just not in what I was planning to do.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just kind of how I work. I kind of just do things, and like I get places, but like not like I can't ever like tell myself, all right, I'm gonna do this day, I'm gonna do this day, because that's never how it's gonna work out with me.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, personally, I think if you don't complete your goals, I think we should have a Minotaur pit.
The gulag.
All right, cool. Anyway, I did finish some things. Mainly, I did my one of my things was to animate a non-Minecraft animation for practice, and I did do that at least partially. So that's cool. That was fun to do. I used one of the rigs from the Blender Sprite Fright animation, because those were recently made free, as I found out when I went onto the Blender website and saw that they were free all of a sudden. And so that was cool. I also got to try using the pose library for the first time.
Oh, nice.
Which is not a feature I've ever used before. But it was really handy for doing like the lip sync, especially since I wasn't very experienced in like lip sync on a stylized model like that. So that was cool. The other thing that I did is I increased the team size for our little creation by a little bit, which actually I decided last podcast that I was going to be open about the project. So like I decided during the podcast that I would start talking about it, and then the next day I woke up and announced the project publicly.
That was awesome.
Just so that I would be able to talk about it on the podcast.
I appreciate it, brother. That is so poggers.
Yeah, you didn't do that.
Crown, that's gonna confuse me.
It's okay.
For all you audio listeners out there, or even just anybody, Crown Pixel just changed his profile picture on Discord to Zinflux.
Wait, what?
This is incredible. That's like your actual profile picture.
Sound.
What? I like it.
Thanks.
That's so adorable.
Yeah, I know, right?
God.
Zinth, wanna go out?
Anyway.
What?
I said, how you doing, Zinth?
You can't ask Tired Locks, he's vulnerable.
I'm so sleepy.
You might actually say yes.
I'm sick too. No.
Join
Well,
us
I tried,
next
guys.
week. Join us next week to see if he says yes.
This is a podcast about improvement.
That's so true.
At the end of it, I hope you stop asking.
Is that my improvement? Is my improvement to give up on my goals, Zinth?
Sure.
The name of this episode is going to be Save the Date.
Don't you dare. Oh my god.
How about streaming? Did you get to that this week?
I realized like halfway through the week that was one of the things on my thing, and by the time that I realized it, I did not have the time.
Damn.
So I will probably start streaming again. I just need to figure out what I want to stream, and I'll probably do that like early next week.
I'm alive.
I'd say look out for that, but by the time this airs, it would have already happened.
That's true. That is very true.
I feel like
Anyway. Okay.
What do
I
you
feel like I should just give a small update. I do want to announce the winner of the blue lollipop. The winner is actually President Putin at $627,000.
Damn.
Oh my god.
Can you afford electricity?
That's a lot.
That
You
can,
make him bank.
yeah, making bank. You know, I don't understand what he's talking about, but I'll get around to it.
We appreciate you for all participating in the auction.
Yeah, I've gotten so many DMs about that lollipop. And, like, the thing is, like, on a serious note, I don't have the stem anymore. I don't even have the stem. I threw out the stem.
Dude, that could have been a historical object. That was prominently featured in the first ever episode of this podcast. It could have gone up in a museum, and you decided to just throw it all away.
Oh, wait,
Yeah, I
speaking of historical objects, you guys remember that straw that my mom went to get? I was talking about in Control S when my mom, left the theater to go get a straw because she forgot them.
Yeah.
I brought that home with me.
It continues.
This is awesome. This is so
This is
cool.
quite awesome, dude.
Free straw.
Zinth, are you in a mood to talk
Anyway,
about...
back to my goals.
What? Hey, Zinth, are you in...
Sure.
I'll speak for Red instead. Zinth, are you in a mood to talk about your goals?
That's exactly what I was gonna say.
Okay. So, yes and no. I'm down to talk, but I forgot to write anything.
That's okay. I got them up and ready. The first thing you actually talked about. Oh, I wrote them down. So the first thing that you listed off during last week was finish lighting for my project.
Yeah, I did that. I finished it.
Oh my
I finish it.
The joke here is that he did not actually finish it.
I know.
But if he did
It's
finish it, I'll
really
throw it up
funny.
on screen right now. But if he goddamn, it's going to be really awkward and really disappointing, and I'm going to publicly humiliate myself. So I hope he finishes it.
Wow. Hey.
Publicly humiliate yourself? Why would you do that?
Motivation. We're innovating the game.
Yeah, we are.
That's vague.
Anyway, the second thing you wanted to do is watch Lackadaisy.
I watched Lackadaisy.
You did watch Lackadaisy.
It was kind of cool.
Kind of cool.
Yeah.
What did you not like about
It
it?
was. I didn't dislike anything. It's just not my kind of thing. But it is really
It's
awesome.
got furries in it, bro.
Yeah, they're cool. I like the characters are awesome. But I don't know. I'm just not liking the direction. It's just not. It's not something I usually get into. But I guess I'll have to see
Interesting.
like later episodes.
Damn.
It's definitely really good though.
Want to watch Family Guy?
No.
How about Cars? Did you watch Cars
How
this
about
week?
Cars? We did not watch Cars this week. We should, shouldn't we? You know what? Do you need a little motivation to watch Cars? You know what? Hang on.
What? Whoa!
This is a general purpose bomb.
It's here.
This will go off in exactly 1 week if we do not watch Cars by that.
For all you audio listeners out there, a new account has just joined the call in the group chat titled General Purpose Bomb. And it is now hanging out with us.
You have exactly 1 week to watch Cars with me, or this general purpose bomb will explode,
I'm scared.
and I will not tell you what it does.
Oh.
Does that sound good
What?
to you? Okay, good.
What does it? What? Wait. What does it do? What does it do? What?
He just said he
All
won't
right,
tell you.
we can
Well, yeah.
we can continue the podcast.
Okay, so the next thing you wanted to do was get a teaser out for the silly you were working on.
I did not. I decided maybe I should start with lighting. I've done a little more animation, still won't show, but I hate animating so much. I used to love it, but now I hate it, and I want to end my life.
On the
And
podcast?
Yes, I'm gonna get people to help though. So I might. Hey, Red, would you be down to help?
Yeah, I'm down to help. That thing looks fun as hell.
Cool. Okay, I'm gonna get some people to help because I can't.
I assume
do
you're
this.
talking about the animation and not killing yourself.
Both, I guess.
Dude, yeah. I could help with one of those two things.
He won't tell you what.
He doesn't like animating either.
Tune in next week to find out.
The general
I
purpose
can
bomb
help you
is
with one
back
of those two things.
for all you audio listeners out there.
General purpose bomb is back. You gotta do like a screen indicator, like whenever the general purpose bomb joins.
Just like play like an
Oh,
alarm
actually,
sound.
that's a good idea. Because, like, one thing that Michael Langley, shout out Langley, by the way, suggested that I do is that we have, like, quote unquote special events during the podcast. Like, you know how in the background, like, the fan is always spinning? He thought it would be funny if, like, the fan just, like, stops moving for a second, like, creaks to a halt and then starts up again. Or, like the coffee cup falls off the table, like you recommended, Crown. So I might make a general purpose bomb just materialize on screen and like fall on the table for a minute.
Oh yeah, no, you know, I just want to mention this. Like, the genuine, like, first thing, like, my idea in the podcast was just to literally have the fan slowly be moving the cup throughout the entire podcast, and whenever it, like, falls off the table and breaks, that's when the podcast ends.
That is still a really good idea. I kind of want to still implement that, but there's just so much other stuff that I have to do for the
That would take
podcast.
so much rendering time.
There's probably ways to get around it, but I'm not.
There's definitely ways to get around.
I'm not that good of a video editor. All of the visuals, 100% of the visuals are done entirely in Blender. I did not use one single other software to make any of the visuals.
That's crazy.
So that's because Blender's the only software I know how to use. Anyways, you had one last goal on your list, which was work on comics collab part.
I did that. I don't think I can show that, can I? I don't really want to either. It's like a 1.5 seconds of animation. It's not even. I don't even think it is a second of animation.
I do give you permission to show that if you want to.
Okay.
Ooh, do you wish to show it?
It's if you want to.
Sure.
Boom.
I'll send it.
Yippee.
Okay. This is all I did, and then I stopped working on it.
That looks quite poggers. I'll just have it. I'll just have it looping on screen over and over and over again.
Yay!
All right.
Can we
Do more.
Yeah, I mean, like, personally, I think people might be getting bored of the visual part of the podcast at the moment. Should we add some, like, Subway Surfers gameplay at the bottom?
Oh, no, shut up. By the way, Lindsay, if you're watching, I want to let you know, the skeleton rig sucks. I know you made it a million years ago, but the skeleton rig sucks, and I hate you for it.
Shout out Lindsay, by the way.
But thanks for the skeleton rig. There's no others.
Shout out, Lindsay.
Shout out to the Subway Surfers gameplay at the bottom of the screen.
I'm not
right
adding
now.
Subway Surfers gameplay.
Please add Subway Surfers gameplay.
bastardize my podcast like that. It would just be an atrocity.
Add Subway Surfers gameplay, dude.
That is the last thing I will do.
Okay. Can I go AFK mid-podcast for a second? I need to get my phone real quick. 1 sec. You guys can talk about what you want. Wait, do I have any more goals?
No, that was the end of your list.
Okay, I'll...
There seems to be 3 podcast members. If only there was a way we could suddenly distract them until Zinth gets back. Oh, look, Subway Surfers gameplay
No,
at
that's
the
not
bottom
happening.
of the screen.
That is not happening. There are precisely 0 Subway Surfers. For all you audio listeners out there, there are no Subway Surfers gameplay. You are not missing out on anything.
And there's totally Subway Surfers gameplay.
There is not.
Just collected the magnet power up, actually.
Ooh.
Currently collecting a lot of...
Yo, he just got the letter L.
Oh, I'm just kidding. Dude, the daily word is love. That's crazy. Isn't that crazy, guys? That's a daily Subway Surfers.
That's I've actually never played Subway Surfers, not even once.
Anyways, we discussed, like... Yeah, we...
Oh my god. For all you audio listeners out there, Zinfox is playing Geometry Dash.
At the bottom of the
Can they
screen,
hear
you'll
that?
see some
Can they
geometry.
actually
No,
hear that?
no, that would be better than Subway Surfers. Anyway. That concludes our Geometry Dash
That was
segment.
coming through the mic. I'm pretty sure people could hear that.
Join us
Probably
next
shouldn't play
week
Cat on mobile.
for more
Bad idea.
Geometry Dash. I had goals last week too. I'll be real, I didn't get to very many of them because I was working on this very podcast. But the only thing that I did, so my 3 goals for the past week were to finish 50% of the Saunterer script, work on the lighting course. I think I said 1 hour a day of that lighting course, and then finish the Yawat script. I did none of those except finish 50% of the Saunterer script. And the only reason that I was able to do that was because I had a pretty light week at work this week. There were very many segments where I could just take a chill pill and then work on the script. If it weren't for that, and if it were just me in my free time, I would have been working on just this podcast the whole week. Because, for context, over the past week, I did pretty much all of the visuals that weren't the trailer or like the social media branding image, meaning that I had to figure out how the visualizers worked. I made the background render with like the spinny fan that y'all are looking at right now. I had to animate the intro, which was hell, and I'm still not super proud of that. And then I also had to edit all the audio together and all the visuals together all in a week, which was pretty ambitious, which is pretty crazy that I did that. I stayed up very, very late on Friday to get that out because I didn't want to push back release dates. Pushing back release dates sucks, and anybody that does that sucks. I'm being /J, by the way, right now. That's a slash. I'm not being /SRS. But as far as what I did complete, the script, I'm really liking it so far. I think it's I went back and like redid and fleshed out a whole bunch of stuff, and it was pretty cool to be able to do that because I remember being stuck on like certain parts of the script, but it was awesome to like come back to it after like looking at it with fresh eyes and being able to add a whole lot of context to it. And I think overall it's becoming more rich. It's kind of hard to tell if I have 50% of it because I'm realizing that I want to make quite a few changes, so I don't exactly know how long the episode's going to be, but I feel like I definitely have a good portion, and I'm very happy with what I have so far. I'm really looking forward to getting this off the ground.
Yeah, I feel like most of us this week actually didn't get too far into like completing our goals, so I feel like we should have like a tiny segment of like kind of trying to think of ways we can improve, or maybe just general motivation, and I do have a simple idea.
Oh my god. I thought once we reached 30 minutes you were being /SRS for a second.
Meet General Purpose Bomb.
For all you audio listeners out there, General Purpose Bomb just made another appearance.
Wow, you are really caring about the I end my statement.
Dude, I love my audio listeners. Oh, also, I was informed that Acorn is an audio listener. Shout out Acorn, by the way, for being an audio listener. So there is a non-zero number of audio listeners out there, and my efforts do not go unseen.
Shout out to
Okay.
No, I'm gonna censor that. You'll never know who I was talking about. That person could have been absolutely anybody, and you'll never know. No, it's not. But yeah, that's what I did for the week, was mainly just a whole bunch of branding stuff for the podcast, and I feel like I kind of want to carry that over into this week. I don't know. I feel like I might reinstate my goals for next week instead of this week, which was do the lighting course, because that's still something that I want to do and finish the UWAT script. But I'm realizing that the podcast visuals are a lot more than I initially anticipated, so I think I do want to reserve most of this week for getting that out. Yeah, because there's still some things I want to do on the podcast for the podcast, but I can get into those after we discuss what do we want to do for next week.
Probably remove comic.
Okay. I want comic here.
Damn.
Oh, wait, yeah, you're
speaking
right,
of comic,
sorry.
Comic, your profile picture is currently loose from the
Yeah,
Owl
you have
House.
a very weird profile picture.
Yeah,
man.
what's up with that? What's
I hate that person.
what's that profile
I
picture
like the
from?
Owl House.
I
really like the Owl House.
Yeah.
You know what I really like?
What do you really like?
I am currently making a preset of Loose from the Owl House.
The show only ended like a day ago, comic. You don't have to cry yet.
No, I cried yesterday.
Oh, yeah, wait, you're right.
that was
I was
wild.
there for that.
We were, yeah, all four of us were in a call together. For all you audio and visual listeners out there, we were all in a call yesterday. We were watching The Owl House, which was crazy. It is one of my favorite shows of all time now, which I wasn't expecting, but I'm pleasantly surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, obviously, we're not going to spoil anything on the podcast, but that finale went hard.
It did.
Finale went crazy.
It really did. I think it is one of the best, one of the most well written shows in recent time, or if not ever. I think it's incredible.
For the longest.
You know what, comic? I was talking, then you did, then you suddenly stopped. That's improvement, and that's what this podcast is about. Everyone give a round of applause to comic.
No, shut up.
You're just gonna start
Keep this
bit
gift.
again.
Speaking of applauding,
Keep this gift.
Speaking of applauding comic, he wasn't late this week. This is the first
Oh
time
my
he
gosh,
wasn't
wait, you're
late.
right. Yeah.
Round of applause for comic stars.
Round of applause for
Yay.
comic.
That's incredible. This is the first time that we've been on time. So
And it's all because of comic.
It's all because of comic.
I just
guys.
realized something.
What did you just
What
realize?
did you realize?
I might not be able to make it next week.
I want to retract my round of applause.
Remember when I was talking about removing him?
Damn, you're right. You're a prophet.
Don't worry, guys.
For all you audio listeners out there, the general purpose bomb has made another return.
What the heck? Oh shoot! What?
Hey, what happened to you, man?
Why did you turn your gate 1,000,000,000% of the way up?
I didn't
Why
mean
you
to.
sound like a Jurassic from the Jurassic Park or something? Hey, what the heck?
Hey, I'm walking here.
Hey, what? Sorry, my inner New York got
I'm
out.
so confused.
So, Comic, what exactly are you doing that is going to prohibit you from joining us next episode?
I'm visiting a college.
Boo.
Wow, that does not sound important. You should
That's
make it to the
lame.
podcast. It's about improvement,
I mean,
not
I
actually...
might be able to. I just don't know.
I don't know, man. Think of it. Isn't it if a college burns down, you get a bachelor degree?
That is an urban legend and not true, unfortunately.
I do not think that's accurate. Yeah.
Well, think about it this
You
way,
know-
Comic. So, college is going to cost you multiple tens of thousands of dollars. How much have you paid to be on the podcast?
About
Nothing.
Exactly.
20 grand.
We don't talk about that. That was something else entirely. You're getting this
You
confused.
mentioned a bunch of benefits that we would get if we came onto the podcast, but I still have not gotten like my health insurance covered.
Well, you're still
And
on
I
your
have not.
probation period, so.
Yeah.
But you will have dental and vision covered 100% and health 50%.
I don't have teeth.
Oh.
Well, I mean, you can opt out of it.
I don't. No, could I just put that towards something else?
Nope.
Okay. Anyway, so basically, I didn't talk about like what I was gonna be doing next week. I think we kind of skipped over that. So I feel like for this week, I do actually kind of want to set myself some goals because, you know, this week I've been, I would say I've been busy, but also just a little bit lazy, which I do want to pick myself up on a tiny bit. So I do want to just genuinely, because like for the thing I'm doing, I have to like build like an actual huge town area, which I've been absolutely dreading doing for like the entire time. So like I keep putting it off like every time. Half the time I just log onto the server, jump around for 30 minutes, then leave. So my goal is just to actually get like a good percentage of that done, because that's one of the final things I need before I can actually start filming and doing all that crazy stuff.
Yeah.
So, you know, I need to actually get to it and stop slacking off.
Yeah, that's fair.
What? Slacking off. Slacking off, Zinth. Slacking.
Come on, Zinth.
Come on, Zinth. Get your mind out of the gutter,
Sorry.
dude. What would General
Sorry.
Purpose Bob think of this?
I wish he was here right now.
Yeah. Oh, never mind. Did you have anything else, or was that about all?
Really? It's that, and also I need to get, like, a few skins done, which I don't think would take too long. But, like, those are just generally the main two things I want to do before next week.
Yeah, it's a big task as well.
Yeah, because then it's just, you know, voice acting, and then I can start, you know, filming, and I'm super excited to do that.
Hell yeah.
I am, like, overly hyped.
I'm hyped to do some voice acting because I was like a week away from voice acting, and then the After Files got canceled. I was being psyched up for months for my role, but then it just didn't happen.
Wait, I want to do voice acting for something. I forgot about that.
Dude.
Is that a goal for this week? Would you like to get into your goals for this week, Zinthlox? Perfect segue.
Wait, is Crown done? I would.
I'm always done.
What?
Why was that threatening? You said it in such a confident manner that it could be perceived as like potentially violent.
Go ahead, Zen.
Oh, okay. Anyway, I want to start getting into voice acting. Voice acting sounds fun, and I feel like I could be very good at it. But you see, the only issue with that is I can't, because I don't know what to do, and I need help. Help me.
I could totally help you out with that sometime. Just not sure if this week.
Do you think? Wait, I could have a. This is probably a DM conversation.
Yeah, definitely a
isn't
DM
it?
conversation.
Okay. Okay.
You heard it here first,
Yeah,
folks. Zinth may be voicing and Remember Afton.
That
Did I
would be
even make
crazy.
the name public yet?
You said
You
it
did.
like 5
You
times.
said it
Oh, okay,
earlier in the.
Yeah, you think you mentioned it last podcast.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
that's
okay. Fair enough.
Okay.
I, you know, I've been out of the loop of what I've been saying and what I haven't been.
You're good. You also like released the applications on the Afton Files Discord server, which
I did.
prominently displayed the name.
Completely right. I did do that.
Sorry, Zenith, you can go ahead now.
But anyway, two other things I want to do. No, three other things. I have three more. Not a lot because I'm kind of busy this week. But one thing I want to do. No, four. Sorry, that one of those is finish the thing for Red. Red, I need to finish that. I'm so sorry.
It's good. It's G. I appreciate it.
I've just hated my life.
We've all been there.
I want to see if I can get into doing more promotional material for people because that is so fun. I love being like given direction for stuff, being given all the assets for stuff, and just being told to do something specific. And it's not like animating an entire shot. I can just make a render, and that is like one of the things I have the most fun with. So it's cool to be able to do that. And I'd like to be able to do it consistently, but I can't currently, which is fine. I'm doing style development because I gotta think again of a style I want to stick to, because I have a workflow. I know what I want to do. It's just I don't really have a style set in stone, and I'm kind of getting there. I want to take a lot of inspiration, or at least a bit of inspiration from DreamWorks, and I want to like experiment with a comic book style. Hi, comic.
Bye.
But I want to be a little unique with it though. I want to see what I can do to make it stand out and look cool, because Minecraft is hard to expand upon. I've noticed, but I'm getting somewhere, especially without copying other people, like straight up. Because while I don't think that matters all too much, it's just I wanna be unique. I want something that stands out.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, I'll try my best. And I want to stream this week. I was actually planning on doing that. I asked people if they thought it'd be cool if I streamed, and everyone said absolutely nothing. And then I just asked if I could do a GD stream instead, because I didn't have anything ready. And the only person that said yes said it after I said I was gonna stream.
I mean, I'd be down.
Yeah, that sounds based.
For what?
The stream. For the stream, I would watch.
Okay. Yeah, sure.
If I wasn't in it, I would still be watching, man.
Okay. Cool. I don't think I want you in the stream.
My bad.
I'd rather. I'm not making that joke. Okay. Yeah, that's basically all I want to do for this week. Yeah. I'm fine.
Zinth was gonna take a nap before this podcast, by the way.
Oh, my B.
Yeah.
Well,
Okay.
actually, it's your B for not remembering our recording time.
Actually, he
No,
did
I
remember,
remember-
and that's
I
why he
remember
didn't
the
take a nap.
Oh shoot, my B. I'm sorry for my B again. I take the B back to me.
Yeah, honestly. But I don't think it's your fault, though. I do Hey, why were you laughing in the middle of my sentence, comic? Don't you think that's a bit rude? That's what I thought.
But wait, can I say one more thing actually?
Yeah, go ahead.
I wanted an opinion because I wanna try experimenting with. Obviously, I'm experimenting with styles, and I wanna expand upon 2D facials, because that is something I think a lot of people are doing now, and it's really cool. I love it, but I wanna try to be a little bit different with it, but I don't know exactly how. Since it's probably easiest to do it in cycles, I tried coming up with like a thing where everything on the face was like always the same color, no matter like the brightness. But I don't know if this is a good idea or not, because in like really dark scenes where you want a character's face to be darker, you'd have to do that manually, or I'd have to find a way to automate it. But I'm not really sure how to go about doing that.
That's something I haven't seen before.
But maybe also no, this isn't 2D. This is like I have to make it 3D if I want to do this effect.
Yeah, I can see that, but it's interesting how it's a unanimous color all around, even though it does have like a suggestion of perspective.
Yeah, it looks kind of cool.
That's quite interesting.
I'm not sure. Do you guys think I should keep it like this though? It's always the same color. Thanks, General Purpose Bomb.
Yeah, I like the color of it, and I don't know. Like I'm always the last person to ask about this stuff.
No, it's okay. I want everyone's opinion.
I know I'm liking it so far. It's
Anyone's sorry.
Yeah, I think it looks cool. I would say you could try to continue off that and see if you can make something cool.
Alrighty.
No, I definitely think it does have really good potential because like this is kind of like a 2D effect that I haven't seen in any other like 2D face rigs before. I feel like all like 2D Minecraft rigs have been like in one way or another mimicking the promo style, whereas this is something, you know, like fresh. So I would say keep going at it. This looks quite poggers.
All right. Cool.
Yeah. Actually, I do wanna ask. Since we're all like doing like.
Hi Zen.
Hi Zen. Since we're all like doing big projects at points, it's like Zinth, do you actually plan to be starting some kind of big project soon?
Big projects?
Or like any like? Oh wait, no, you're working on the blank thing that I won't say out loud.
I don't actually know what you're talking about. Are you talking about the thing with the cat?
Yeah, the thing with the cat.
Oh, I was thinking of a completely
I am working
different
on that.
thing.
But I do have a bigger project in mind. It's not anything huge because I can't really do anything too ambitious without getting overwhelmed. So I'm gonna work my way there.
Yeah, definitely.
But I do have.
Definitely work your way there.
Yeah, so shut up. I have something in mind for after, which I actually want to use this rig I'm working on for. I hate rigging. Sucks. Terrible. Hate it. But it's okay.
Nice.
Cool. You're kind of getting yourself a little pipeline there, and I think that's really good.
Yeah, definitely.
I've had my pipeline for a while. It's gotten like I had like a pipeline for like a year. Got a bit set back because of like the whole Afton Files thing, but I'm definitely still trying to go through that pipeline in a different manner. I've been at it for like way too long, man.
You've got a pretty solid pipeline for.
It's that Red, don't mention that in the podcast. That's not
shoot.
public.
Oh, might be. Okay, I just mentioned something completely irrelevant. I was being /J.
Dude, you're not supposed to talk about my prison sentence. What the heck?
Oh, shoot. I'm sorry.
It was one time.
I didn't know.
I didn't even do it. How was I supposed to know they were carrying $20,000 worth of counterfeit money?
If Jack was here, he would say, I didn't know.
I didn't know.
What? That... Crowned.
Sorry,
Shout out Jack TBC, by the way. Oh, wait, Pit Pop Cheerio laugh. I didn't know.
Pip Pop Cheerio, my dudes. I didn't know.
Anyway, Comic, you've been pretty silent. I don't believe you've talked about what you want to do for this next week.
Because anytime he talks, he interrupts someone. Isn't that right, Comic?
Yeah, that's actually exactly the reason why I've been so quiet.
Oh, shit.
Not even joking.
God damn it.
I've been, just like, for context for like audio listeners, over like the past week, I've just been doing this bit whenever Comic interrupts someone, I just immediately hold him accountable for it and make him apologize. It's great.
God, you started it in the first podcast.
I know. A week now.
You did?
A week ago.
Yeah, exactly. A week ago.
I didn't even notice.
I'm pretty sure he was being /J.
Oh, I'm not being /J anymore. We're here for improvement, and I am improving Comic Cyrus's respectability.
Well,
think of it, Comic. What if you're at like a business meeting and your boss is like in the middle of like announcing like his grandma's funeral, and you're like, "Oh, hey guys, did you see that? Do you see that crane outside? What's that crane doing here?"
You see, this is a podcast. We're supposed to talk to each other.
Oh yeah, but what if I don't want to hear it?
Well, that's too bad because Comic...
That's kind of your problem.
Oh wait, you're right. That's my problem.
I am hereby giving Comic the talking stick.
Okay, Comic.
Boom.
Well, I guess
All right.
we'll shut up.
Should I talk about goals for next week now?
Yay.
All right. Let's see. I don't actually, before I get into my goals for next week, I should probably give more context as to what I actually did last week, because I was saying that I did a bunch of stuff that wasn't on my goals list, but then stuff happened and I didn't actually end up getting to talk about that at all. So essentially, what I did last week is I sat down. I got a I had it on my list that I wanted to finish a character design, and while I didn't actually finish any character designs, I did lay out a groundwork for like half of them, and which is going to include redoing the 2 that I've already done, and then the other thing that I've done.
Did Zinth just fall out of his chair?
Yeah, wait, I'm muting. No, my microphone fell. I'm muting. I'll be back.
One down.
Rip.
Oh. General purpose bomb is strucken.
Yeah, you're right, guys. Since a 4th member has been gone, we do need...
For all you audio listeners out there, General Purpose Bomb is here again.
Thank you, General Purpose Bomb. What are your goals for next week? Oh, never mind. Okay, that's out of time for General Purpose Bomb.
See you next week.
Bro, I'm gonna get copyright stricken.
I'm sorry. I was looking for Super Server.
Anyway, the other big thing that I managed to do last week is I started laying a plot outline for the first episode of Our Little Creation. And when I think that's gonna be one of my goals for next week, is that I want to finish that plot outline, because once I do that, I can start writing the script. I think that would be awesome.
That would be quite an impressive
Bananas.
goal.
So that's gonna be my big main goal. I'm gonna keep it pretty brief this week, just because I have a tendency of just doing other things. So I'm gonna say that I want to do that. I want to finish the plot outline. I would love to get a rough idea for more of the character designs. And let's see. Oh, I do want to stream this week, actually, for realsies this time.
Ayo.
That would be cool. And is there anything else? Well, I think I'll just leave it at that. Keep it
Sure
simple
thing.
so that I have more
Oh,
space.
yeah. Actually, I do want to give actually a real quick, shout out to Red, because he's doing something that I find quite impressive. He actually said he's going to be taking this podcast to the next level. Actually, to help us go through with all of our goals, he's actually giving us all $1,000 per week to put towards our own projects, which is completely awesome, so thank you, Red.
Yeah, thanks, Red.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks, Red.
Anytime. I'm really passionate about this podcast, and I think it has great potential. So I'm putting my money where my mouth is.
Yeah, so thank you, man, of course. I'm now able to fund my, private business.
I'm also very passionate about your private business.
I sell meth.
Oh my god, just like Walter White.
No.
That's so crazy.
Oh.
Like the guy from my local...
I'm revoking your grand then.
No,
If it's not
the
gonna be
guy
like
from the local Tesco.
Dave.
Dave from the local Tesco.
All right, for my goals for this week, I think I kind of learned my lesson last week in underestimating how much time this podcast actually is going to take. I still don't think it's going to take quite as much as last week because I just don't have very much to do. But there are a couple things that I would like to do to fully just polish out the podcast, because currently it's a little bit rough around the edges. It's serviceable, but I really do want to make a very good product.
A product?
You done
Walter
typing?
White?
Oh my god, no way. Sorry, this is me if I was in.
I'm sorry, I gotta bring it out.
Nah, that's good. But yeah, that's what I mainly want to do. A couple of things in specific is I want to experiment around with thumbnails for each episode, because one of my favorite shows is Bluey. Bluey is awesome, and Bluey is based. And something that they kind of do at the beginning of every episode is they have an object that represents each episode, which I think is really cool. I don't know. It's just another way of like kind of uniquely cataloging episodes. So like if I were to do this last episode, it would be just like a lollipop in the signature CTRL+S style, just completely white diffuse texture against an orange background. So I may experiment around at that, see how that looks. But another thing that I wanted to do that is going to take priority is make like custom animations for every time a visual is thrown up on screen. Because for the last episode, I just kind of had the material like fade in and out, which works, but it's also kind of super lame. And throughout the entire podcast, we have the CTRL+S logo just slapped in the center. I think it would be cool if that thing was actually functional. So I think it'd be cool to have it like stretch and extend into a border for the photo or video we're showing, but also have like a completely different layout that would encompass the entire screen, but the visualizers would be moved so that they're not obscured by whatever material is being shown off. So that's mainly what I want to do. Oh, I also want to redo the intro. The intro was rushed as hell. It was like literally last minute.
You know what could be like a cool idea? You know, maybe I shouldn't give the idea in the middle of the podcast, but what if like somehow when the podcast starts, it like opens up set folders and there's a bunch of items, like, you know, how in an actual Windows folder, but each of those items are like the phases of the podcast, like the little chit chat at the beginning, goals, next week goals, and be like follow that kind of list or something. So like maybe every time we're switching between it, like opens up that folder and clicks on the next item or something.
That could be very interesting, actually. I'll definitely consider that, because I don't think that would take too long to do as well. No, thanks for the suggestion. That'd be really cool.
You are not welcome.
Damn. But yeah, little stuff like that I think would, you know, just really turn it into something very pleasant to look at and experience. But apart from the podcast goals, I really only want to do one other thing, which is focus on the Sontarus script again. I won't say that I want to finish it, though if I do, that would be really cool, but I just do want to give myself a lot of leeway, because I think when it comes to writing, it really flourishes under the flexibility and being able to go back and make changes. But over the course of the last week, I didn't really sit down and do a writing session. I kind of just like did it when I didn't have anything else to do. And since I feel like this next upcoming week is going to be a lot more lenient with my time, it would be really nice to sit myself down, you know, like work for an hour or two on just writing alone. I think that would be pretty awesome. But that's what I got for me.
Yeah, it means sounds like we all know what we're doing for next week.
Yeah, I wonder if we should have a guest, a replacement guest, because Comic isn't going to be here.
Oh yeah, we gotta pull in a guest for next week.
Yeah, so Danger or Wolfen?
Oh no, if we got here, this podcast would be over if Wolfen was on it.
Exactly.
He would just, like,
gotta grab someone from Twitter.
Every single time he speaks, it would just be beeped out.
CTRL+S guest raffle.
That's
Elon
so true.
Musk will be in the next one.
Yeah. Anybody who's like, oh, pick me in the comments because I can see you saying, hey, I want to be a guest. It's too late. By the time this episode comes out, we would have already settled on and probably recorded an episode with the newest guest. So sorry about that.
Oh, wait, actually, I have a suggestion.
For all you audio listeners out there, general purpose bomb.
I know what it is.
General purpose bomb.
But yeah, I think that's about it. You know, we're nearing up the hour mark. Does anybody have anything else they want to say before we sign off?
No.
Not really.
Cool. See ya.
Oh, what?
Right.
Hey,
That's the outro.
Okay.
That's the outro. You can end your recording now.
All right. Let's end it then.